SVG-TV News headlines sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
In headlines, escaped prisoner Veron Primus back in custody. SVG police force launches investigation into the circumstances surrounding his escape. Bahamas government shifts position and will be taking action against illegal migrants affected by Hurricane Dorian. China displays a military show of strength at 70th anniversary parade. And in sports, Amazon Warriors survive Pollard assault to stretch winning streak and cement top spot in Hero CPL 2019. These and other stories coming up in SVG-TV's Evening News and Sports.
That was the news headline sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Good evening and welcome to the SVG-TV News and Sports for Tuesday, October 1st. I'm Khalil Cato with the details. Accused murderer Veron Primus is now back at Her Majesty's prisons after escaping custody early this morning. Primus is said to have contacted lawyer Jomo Thomas about his whereabouts, who reportedly met him at the grammar school playing field at Richmond Hill and then handed the escaped remand prisoner over to the police at the headquarters in Kingstown. Primus, 32, is awaiting trial at Her Majesty's prisons for the 2015 fatal stabbing of real estate agent Charlene Graves and the 2016 kidnapping of Miwana Hathaway. Primus, who was deported from the U.S., where he lived for 18 years, was indicted in Brooklyn in 2016, 10 years after the 2006 cold case strangulation of Brooklyn teen Chanel Petro Nixon. Commissioner of Police Colin John said there will be a thorough investigation into the circumstances surrounding Primus's escape from Her Majesty's prison. According to the police commissioner, the remand prisoner was discovered missing from the compound early this morning, which prompted an immediate manhunt for the fugitive. Commissioner John said it is believed that Primus received assistance in his escape and such persons will be held accountable.
He was brought in by his lawyer, Mr. Jomo Thomas. I just want to thank Mr. Thomas for assisting in this regard. We know the first obligation is for the safety of the public and to make sure that justice is done. I just want to thank the lawyer for his assistance in that regard. This matter would be investigated further. It is apparent that Mr. Primus received some level of assistance from someone, and an investigation, a thorough investigation in fact, would be carried out to find out or to get to the bottom of this whole incident. We cannot allow persons who are placed in position of trust to betray their trust to the detriment of the organization or the citizens as a whole. So we have to make sure that persons who are in position of authority are held to account and do what they are supposed to do and nothing less.
Commissioner John said persons can now breathe easier with Primus back in custody.
Yes, because persons have expressed both publicly and privately their apprehension or even fear that he had escaped, and I'm really glad that he's back behind bars and that we can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that he is in custody and persons do not have to be fearful of him.
The police commissioner took the opportunity to thank members of the public who took the time to assist the police with their search to return Primus behind bars.
Well, prior to his being brought in by his lawyer, members of the public reported that they saw him in certain areas, and the police launched manhunt in that area that he was allegedly seen. So the public is generally cooperative with the police, and I just want to express my appreciation to them for being good citizens and for assisting in law enforcement.
The first cruise line of the season, the Azura, is expected to arrive in Port Kingstown on October 31st, and according to Minister of Tourism, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Cecil Sess-Mackey, they anticipate an increase in cruise ship arrivals for the 2019-2020 season. While not providing a figure of the expected increase, Minister Mackey said this signals a bright tourist season for SVG.
At the end of October, the last day of October, we'll actually have our first cruise call to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and that will signal the commencement of the cruise season. And virtually we refer to it as the tourist season here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and that will go right up to the month of April. I must also remind the nation that the Caribbean tourism is the Caribbean is known as one of the more tourism-dependent regions in the world. And if we look at the statistics, we will see that 1 in every 10 jobs created in the countries can be related to tourism. And 1 in every $10 as it relates to foreign exchange and foreign exchange earnings can also be related to tourism. So tourism is a very important sector in the Caribbean.
For the past 4 years, the ministry has reported consecutive increases, which saw more than 250 port calls last year.
The cruise figures are even more impressive. 6%, 21%, 75%, 25%, and for the first 7 months of this year, an increase of 6.4%. And we normally would, well, for last year we received 275,000 passengers by cruise to the destination. So annually, if we take a reflection of what happened in 2018, we welcomed 360,000 visitors to destinations St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Some of the cruise lines expected for this year are the P&O Cruises, Celebrity Cruises, Holland America, and Costa Magica. Most of the cruise visitors will be from the United Kingdom and other European countries. As the opposition New Democratic Party, the NDP, prepares for the upcoming general elections, some of the party's candidates and prospective candidates were given the opportunity at its 41st convention last Sunday to speak on what they have been doing and plan to do if elected into office.
We want to restore hope in the lives of our young people, to let them know that we as a party know that you deserve far better than the YES program. We are saying that we will restore hope in our young people when we as a party generate employment throughout the length and breadth of St. Vincent and Grenadines for our people.
And when November is gone, in December, we will deliver our 3rd annual shut-ins program where we give food basket to the elderly and shut-in for Christmas. Tell them to catch up on that too.
Parliament supported the legislation to establish the cannabis industry in this country. We did that because a person like me from North Lee would understand the importance of it. But right now, the government have declared no amnesty. Part of you getting a license as a ganja farmer, you have to go to the amnesty. No amnesty period has been declared, but this government is giving license. They're breaking the old law and they don't even start yet.
Senator Kay Bacchus-Batiste, who will be one of the new candidates on the NDP ticket vying for the East St. George constituency, said that for the past 2 years she has been making house-to-house visits and has embarked on a number of initiatives which she hopes to build on under an NDP government.
I I vow, currently, as your senator in parliament, I am fighting for you every day. I'm reading what is on the card. When I'm elected as your representative, I will fight for a better future for your children, more jobs, improved standard of living, proper infrastructural development, improved sporting facilities, and I will join with colleagues and other social partners to bring an end to the fear and the violence and the crime that stalk this land.
Meanwhile, a number of local entrepreneurs were given the opportunity to showcase their products in the form of an exhibition prior to the start of Sunday's convention at the Arnisville Sports Complex. Our news team caught up with some of the exhibitors who shared a bit about what they had on showcase and about their businesses.
Consciousness now. So it's all about going strictly organic. You know, hence why this is a product that's going so fast now.
Okay. And what about, I see you have other products like this?
Yeah, apart from the sea moss smoothie, we also have sea moss rum punch, which is also a fast-selling product. Because, you know, apart from the alcohol, everybody, St. Vincent's is a culture like to party and we like to have fun. But with the sea moss rum punch, we incorporate a lot of the minerals and the iodine and the stuff from the sea into the rum. So when you're drinking rum, it's not just the raw alcohol. You know, you have a lot of stuff that is actually beneficial for your health. Apart from that, we have some soft drink. Like I say, we're looking, objective is to do strictly local. We have Marby, ginger, sea moss, and we have fruit punch with orange sea moss. Apart from that, we also have sea moss ice cream. We have the dry sea moss, which you can get available. We have these packets half pound for $10.
Well, I spent 11 years, 4 months inside the force, police force. But it wasn't for me because I'm a kind of person, I'm talented. So I just want to use my talent to show people what I'm good at. Showcasing my products, which range from barbecue grills, black small, gates, whether wooden and metal. And I also do beds also, furnitures, and so on.
It started one day when I decided I had enough of buying liquid detergents. I was like, there must be some way I could make my own detergent. I mean, like, this is the 21st century and all. So I went on YouTube and I found a lady who did her own home detergent. And I got the ingredients that she suggested and I tried it and it came out pretty good. Oil, our local coconut oil. I have some medicinal bars and some bars for just general bathing. For example, I have turmeric, I have neem, I have calendula and sulfur. Those are mainly the medicinal bars. They use like acne, they use psoriasis. To be here to showcase my products because they are 100% pure. They are not diluted, straight from the apiary. So I'm happy to be here to promote my honey.
The exhibition was organized by Senator Kay Bacchus-Batiste, who played host at the convention.
A mini exhibition, and there you have it. There you have it. I am asking each and every one of you, go to those 12 stalls, look at the creativity of our people. And next time we do it, it's going to become our yearly feature. Next time we do it, it would be bigger. This is just a mini one. Please, we provided them with the tables, the chairs, the venue, the advertisement, everything free of charge. All they have to do is to bring their produce and sell them. This is how you develop your people.
As the Ministry of Agriculture gets ready to host Agri Expo 2019, Forestry Supervisor Cornelius Richards said members of the public can expect a wide variety of local food that should be food products on showcase during the 4-day event from October 16th to 19th. He said the expo will give persons the opportunity to examine many agricultural foods and other products made locally and expose farmers to opportunities for marketing, learn more about adding value to their agricultural products, as well as examine the technologies which drive some of the agricultural subsectors.
Having a field exposition area, that's where forestry, animal health and production, our fisheries, soil and water conservation, agriculture engineering. That's where they're going to set up and show you the technology that exists today in the sector. For example, forestry, I understand they intend to run a full-time demonstration of wood conversion using different technologies that most Vincentians may not even be aware that we have in the country, converting trees into lumber. We'll be having, we'll be showing you how to do rustic backyard gardens for the purpose of growing food at home. The design of a rustic greenhouse, rainwater harvesting technology, solar, utilizing solar for energy production, you name it. We'll be working with our parallel sister institutions, CARDI, ICA, etc., to show exactly what we do by way of strengthening the technical capacity of our sector to move forward. And that is just really the tip of the iceberg. We'll also be having a food court. The intention in having that food court is to provide an opportunity to vendors to provide to you locally produced food. The kind you really can't go into Kingston and get on a daily basis. We'll be providing that in a food court setting.
Richard said it is hoped that the expo will help to change the mindset of the public relating to food and food production locally.
At the end of this event, that we'll go away thinking more clearly of how we eat, how we produce food, how we feed ourselves. I say there's a difference. Producing food doesn't mean that you're feeding yourselves from it. Because some farmers produce food and do not eat the food that they produce. They will grow the chani and dash in and go to the supermarkets and buy cornflakes. But we will teach you how to grow the food and use the food. We'll also be having at the venue several persons and cooperatives physically doing work. For example, broom making, traditional bamboo broom making, stuff like that, mat making, production of certain food items. We'll be showing you how honey is produced. We'll be having live hives on site. We'll be actually converting honey combs into honey, etc. We'll be doing the physical extraction, all these things. You can come to sample our local value-added commodities like our cocoa, etc. The idea is that we're going to be packing this venue with so many things that you'd want to come back day after day after day.
The forestry supervisor said the engine of growth in the country relies on food and water, and the exposition will highlight areas of interest where the youth can create their own livelihood.
We're going to have these students exhibiting their products to show that, hey, you don't have to sit on the block and get yourselves in trouble. You can get up, you can produce, you can do well, and you can lift this nation. So Agri Expo SVG 2019 is a platform to do that. We're asking you to come to Annesville between the 16th and the 18th of October to be with us and to share in a moment, I think, of liberative thinking so that we can lift the sector, the agriculture sector, from how it is perceived by many Vincentians. Oh, agriculture gone through. It's now being replaced by other sectors. Yes, there are emerging sectors, but all of those sectors still rely on food and water. Yes. Your tourism sector relies on food and water. Your business sector relies on food, and the engine of growth in our country relies on food and water. And quality food and quality food commodities is the way to go.
Marian House launches a new parenting program as part of its 30th anniversary celebrations. We have this and other stories coming up when we return with more local news. Stay tuned.
The local news sponsored in part by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Funeral service should be one that you can be proud of, one that leaves lasting memories of your loved ones, and that's where you need the New Haven Funeral Home. at the New Haven Funeral Home, we desire to impact positively in the industry because we recognize that a greater part of what we do is not just quality caskets or quality coffins, but quality service. We hold ourselves to a higher standard. This standard extends to all areas of our work. We accommodate all clients, regardless of circumstance, all without compromising quality. I actually get this question a lot. And although it's not the most glamorous of jobs, I love it. Because we get to help people. We get to help families when they need it the most.
New Haven Funeral Home, helping families preserve memories.
Sea Star Limited is now located on the third floor of the first St. Vincent Bank building. They have extended their range of products to furniture, including patio sets, closets, shoe casing, beds and mattresses, TV cabinets, and kitchen cupboards, just to name a few of their luxurious pieces, all at unbelievable prices. Don't just take my word for it. Check them out upstairs the first St. Vincent Bank building. And don't forget, they still have the best in windows, doors, burglar bars, rails, and vanities. Sea Star Limited, where quality and style is our motto.
We're celebrating 60 with the best, and bringing value home is priceless. Of course, you get the best of both the worlds. Save money and time. It's the vibes. We got prices on the low. We got it. Bring your fam to the store. We got brand name items for your whole comment. We got what you need and more. It's happening in the store. Shop at Courts.
This Hurricane Tip is brought to you by CIBC First Caribbean. Take photos of important documents and secure them in waterproof containers or bags. Make sure to include any insurance policies, property deeds, or mortgage papers.
Welcome back to the evening news. The Marian House, which will celebrate 30 years of service in SVG tomorrow, is boasting of the 1,800 youths, 600 parents and drug users and abusers, 10,000 clients that have benefited from its programming over these years. Marian House is the only professional counseling center in SVG that was instituted in 1989 to assist and counsel Vincentians struggling with social problems. In an interview with SVG-TV News today, Director of Marian House, Jeannie Oliver, said that all of the programs initiated over the years have been very successful. Oliver said that the programs are being funded internationally and regionally, and they have recently launched a youth assistance program in the Rose Hall community. She said that the institution continues to empower and develop the youth into better individuals.
I could speak particularly of the youth assistance program. We have an 80% employment rate. We have, to date, we have graduates who have obtained jobs as security officers at United Nations in New York. One was an officer in the police force in St. Kitts and Nevis, and there's another one who's there as well. There's one who is actually working in the office on the farm program in Canada. And we have one who is a medical doctor, and he will be on our documentary that we are producing, that we are working on. We have one who is doing her internship in medicine as well. She is from the Georgetown group. The one who is presently a doctor, medical doctor, he is from the Kingston group. So in terms of our achievement, we think we have done exceptionally well. Not that we can't do more, and not that we're striving for excellence, but we are trying amidst every single obstruction or any other obstacle in our way.
Oliver said because they see the need for better parenting skills and techniques to prevent child abuse in the homes, they have introduced a new parenting program. The program is available for all parents across SVG who will be involved in therapeutic and counseling sessions on how to deal with anger management and other issues they might have.
looking at issues that they confront on a day-to-day basis while they are parenting, discussing it, and to look at alternatives to addressing the issues, the problems that they encounter as parents. So it's done based on the needs of the individual parents. We have co-partners, we have fathers and mothers who are in the program, who are sent to the program by the court. There are fathers and mothers who walk in and who come because they figure that they need assistance and that they don't have the answers, all the answers. They recognize that there is a deficit in their parenting techniques, so they will come and they will be part of the program. On Wednesdays, the parenting program is on Wednesdays. Sometimes you have things like anger management, you have concerns where both parents, they don't live together, they don't get along. So we try to make certain that there is some sort of mediation done, because you have children and it's the children that that's going to be impacted.
The Marian House director is inviting all Vincentians to celebrate their 30th anniversary with them tomorrow at the Cathedral of the Assumption, where they will host a Thanksgiving service. She said following the service, the staff will visit some of the programs that they have undertaken.
We will visit, the staff will visit the other groups, because we are centralized in Kingston. So you have the Rose Hall group and you have the Georgetown group, so staff members will visit. And we will also be putting together our radio program. Our radio program actually started yesterday with the Catholic Youth Forum, where the youths from the youth program, this year's program, were able to highlight their journey during this year's program. You see, our program consists of three. The youth program consists of three components. The first component consists of basically life skills for 6 months at Marian House. Then you go to the Technical Institute for about 2 months, and after that you go on internship. So right now all the youths from the three centers, Rose Hall, Kingston and Georgetown, are on attachment and apprenticeship. So during the rest of the week, that's what we'll be doing. We'll be visiting our youths wherever they are, at the bar, at the hotels, at the food places. Those who did auto mechanic will be visiting. Those who did electrical will be visiting them. So all the youths who are on an internship from the three programs will be visited during the rest of this week.
11 students pursuing tertiary education were each awarded a bursary today of 5,000 EC dollars from the General Employees Cooperative Credit Union, GECU. This is the first time that the credit union is offering such a large amount in bursaries to university students, totaling some 55,000 EC dollars. 8 of the bursary recipients are pursuing undergraduate programs with the University of the West Indies Open Campus. Chairperson of GECU's Scholarship Committee, Dr. Minerva Glasgow, said the recipients were selected from 76 applicants and forms part of GECU's 55th anniversary celebrations.
It is part of the social and community contract that GECU as a credit union owes to its members. Let me stress one thing. The funding that you receive today comes about to the shares of the ordinary members of GECU, who faithfully pay up their shares. Some ordinary men and women who are committed to making this institution succeed and who are cognizant of the need to save for the rainy day. And while you may not be in a position to express your gratitude to each and every one of your fellow members, you can do so symbolically by excelling in your studies, so that without being selfish, you can give back something to your fellow citizens and help in his or her development through diverse ways.
GECU's president, Harold Lewis, told the recipients that they form part of the lucky bunch of awardees, while Program Officer at the UWI Open Campus, Monica Brown, said that financial problems are usually an issue for students and thanked GECU for living up to its corporate responsibilities.
To commend GECU for once again coming to the rescue of our nation's students by offering these well-needed bursaries. Our students continue to experience financial challenges. Thus, the receipt of these bursaries will, I'm sure, help with some of these issues. We do appreciate institutions like GECU who continue to give back to our society by supporting the advancement of our citizens.
Also present at the Bursary Awards ceremony was Deputy Chief Education Officer Dixon Findley, who reiterated the importance of education and the need for collaboration with other companies.
Ensure that what we do is to ensure that every Vincentian receive a quality education. But we cannot do it alone. We need the support of partners like GECU, your parents, and all of us in St. Vincent. So we have to work together to raise our children. When we lift the quality of education, the country is going to benefit, GECU is going to benefit, and the society is going to get better.
Also at today's ceremony, GECU awarded the winners in the essay competition that was open to students at the primary and secondary level. The first place position in the primary category went to Jaden Fraser of the Kingstown Preparatory School, while the secondary school category was captured by Jonalia John of the St. Vincent Girls High School. The Bahamas government shifts position and will be taking action against illegal migrants affected by Hurricane Dorian. We have this from the region when we return. Stay tuned.
That was a local news segment.
The Ever-Ready Funeral Home at French's is your friend in times of grief. With over 40 years' experience, they are prepared to take care of all your funeral arrangements. Embalming, lowering device service, grave mattresses, carpeting, vaults, tombs, and wreaths. Arrangements for television obituaries. Cremation is available upon request. Ever-Ready Funeral Home offers the finest in caskets and coffins, local and imported. So, in your time of need, call Ever-Ready Funeral Home at any time. 456-1494. Ever-Ready Funeral Home, offering service above self.
Juicy, juicy, drink today. Juicy, juicy, same great taste. Juicy, juicy, the original drink. It's a Vinci thing. Get your red and banana, pineapple, juicy cola, orange or apple. Juicy for you and for your neighbor. It's a Vinci thing. Enjoy it juicy, the original Vinci thing. Juicy.
Every girl loves curves. Curves is a girl's closest friend. When life throws you a fast curve, count on Curves for ultra confidence, ultra comfort for that time of the month. Curves ultra thin with wings, Curves regular maxi with wings, and Curves overnight maxi with wings. Super absorbent, best quality and value for money. Every girl loves Curves.
We're celebrating 60 with the best, and bringing value home is priceless. Of course, you get the best of both the worlds. Save money and time. It's the vibes. We got prices on the low. We got it. Bring your fam to the store. We got brand name items for your whole comment. We got what you need and more. It's happening in the store. Shop at Courts.
The regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Welcome back. In our news from the region, we hear that the Bahamas government's position has shifted regarding undocumented migrants impacted by Hurricane Dorian. On Monday, the country's immigration minister minced no words, sending a strong message to the illegal community. We hear more in this Eyewitness News report.
Call it doubling down, but the minister responsible for immigration, the Honorable Ellsworth Johnson, is today making it clear that people who have no right to be here, regardless of whether you've been impacted by the storm, is breaking the law. It's a different tone from comments he made recently to reporters. Take a listen.
Anybody comes and raise, or you even think they have the intention to raise the issue of someone's immigration status, call me directly, and I have strict instructions from the Prime Minister to deal with that post-haste.
This was Immigration Minister Ellsworth Johnson's position 3 weeks ago at Cabinet. Today, this position has changed.
So people who are in the shelters, are they safe for now?
No, you're not safe. Listen, Mr. Watson, I had to say this to someone the other day, that Hurricane Dorian did not work a miracle. So it did not miraculously change your status. If you were undocumented, not properly regulated in this country pursuant to the immigration laws before the hurricane, despite the fact you went through the hurricane, that didn't regularize you. It did not regularize you. And the shelter does not do that for you either. All persons here who are not properly legalized to be here, they're going to be dealt with.
The minister sought to clarify why the change in position.
But we're no longer facing the horrors of Hurricane Dorian. We're now in the reconstruction and rehabilitation stage. And we made it clear that the shelters would not be used as a means to circumvent the law.
Minister Johnson also stopped short of saying whether they will be going into shelters to manually check the status of evacuees, but said these shelters won't be open forever.
Meanwhile, the Haitian Minister of Foreign Affairs, Bochit Edmond, said that he has requested that a moratorium be issued to prevent those affected by Hurricane Dorian from being repatriated. It's being said that many individuals would have lost their paperwork during the passage of the hurricane and don't have evidence of their status. A former Dallas police officer, Amber Geiger, was found guilty of murder today, and that should be of fatally shooting her neighbor, Botham Jean, a native of St. Lucia, after thinking he was an intruder when she mistakenly entered his apartment. Geiger, who has been out on a $300,000 bond, faces a maximum of life in prison. She was not immediately taken into custody and is awaiting sentencing. According to media reports, there was an audible gasp in the packed courtroom as the state district judge, Tammy Kemp, read the jury's decision, and Jean's family later walked out crying and embracing, many wearing red, the victim's favorite color. Attorneys for the family of Botham Jean described the verdict as a huge victory.
I want to say thank you to the jurors for being willing to make that tough decision. I want to say thank you to the prosecutors for the excellent job that they did. And now we're just going to move forward and continue to respond in the appropriate way going forward. But we just want to say, and the other thing that I want to say is that this also lets us know that the God that we serve is still on the throne.
That's 5 to 99 years. What do you think Amber Geiger deserves?
We believe in the wisdom of this jury. That decision is in the hands of this jury. And so we believe that Botham's life mattered, and we want to see a sentence that reflects that.
Yeah. And many people, a lot of commentators said there would be no murder conviction. Right. So right now we're already ahead of the game, and we welcome the jury's decision as Attorney Merritt and Attorney Washington have said.
China displays a military show of strength at 70th anniversary parade. We have this from the international scene when we return. Stay tuned.
That was a regional news segment sponsored by Massey Stores SVG Limited.
Massey Stores Pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Massey Stores Pharmacy. Where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Conquer the streets anytime that we do it. Struggle what we face, we have to go fight through it. We are the real, never counterfeit. Any challenge you face, we are gonna conquer it. Conquer we love in everywhere. Unstoppable, potent energy. Conquer the world each and every day. With the night or day, we say conquer. Conquer the energy. Conquer with the remedy. Roar like a lion. Conquer every day with conquer.
Conquer potent adult energy.
26 retail shops and restaurants open now for your convenience. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal. It's a great venue to run for functions. Secure parking, great and beyond. At the cruise ship terminal. At the cruise ship terminal.
Convenient parking at the Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal and the Geese Compound. The Kingstown Cruise Ship Terminal has 26 retail shops and restaurants with a variety of food offerings. A great secure venue for your function with a great ambience. Also, we offer lock storage service. The Cruise Ship Terminal. Convenience for you.
At the cruise ship terminal. The cruise ship terminal.
We're celebrating 60 with the best, and bringing value home is priceless. Of course, you get the best of both the worlds. Save money and time. It's the vibes. We got prices on the low. We got it. Bring your fam to the store. We got brand name items for your whole comment. We got what you need and more. It's happening in the store. Shop at Courts.
SVG-TV International News segment sponsored in part by Carrez Distribution Limited.
You like doing laundry, right? Nah, I didn't think so. The stains? Oh, nightmare. Thanks to the new Tropic Fresh laundry detergent, doing laundry is now hassle-free. Tropic Fresh removes dirt, cuts through stains, leaves your whites whiter, and your colors brighter. Tropic Fresh has antibacterial agents that kills germs present in your clothing. It's gentle on hands, and the smell? Longer, fresh. Available in original and lemon scents and in various sizes. Tropic Fresh laundry detergent. Agents and distributors, Carrez Distribution Limited.
Welcome back, and we now go further afield. Today, China celebrated 70 years of Communist Party rule and its rise to global superpower status with a military parade showcasing the country's technology and the promise from President Xi Jinping that no force can shake the status of the nation. China's leadership, past and present, gathered on a viewing platform over Tiananmen Square to watch the military parade of 15,000 troops and weapons, including new hypersonic drones and intercontinental ballistic missiles. We hear more in this report.
Just behind me, you're looking at 70 years of a nation's history rolling past, the military might of China on full display as they celebrate National Day, marking 7 decades since the founding of Communist China. It's brought thousands of invited guests to Tiananmen Square, where we are. This is a heavily credentialed area. A lot of the Chinese residents who live in Beijing are watching from their own homes and partaking as a family gathering. But this is where their eyes are, and they're focused on their nation displaying everything that it has to offer. No matter what you think of China, you cannot deny the progress that has been seen here over the past 70 years, technologically as well as militarily. This is a country that has greatly improved the lives of its people, and that's something that they stress as far as elimination, or in their words, their anticipated and hoped for elimination of poverty. They say they have reduced the number of people living in poverty by some 850 million. And then, of course, the technology that we're seeing on display here. This is something that they are trying to show the world, to demonstrate that they are indeed a global player. Now, when they show this, one might think you see military might, and it's a threatening move. They say just the opposite. This is to reassure the world that they are the safeguarders of peace and stability. That is their anticipation in showing off the many, many items behind me that have just been rolling past. And you get a feel for the emotion here for some of the people who are truly taking in this patriotic moment. It is for them a day to celebrate, and that is not necessarily the feeling in other parts of the world. Certainly China is dealing with a lot globally, the unrest in Hong Kong for one. They're also dealing with continued issues with the U.S. trade war, the tensions and the ongoing problems with trying to figure out how exactly they'll come to a deal there. That has taken a hit on the economy here. The people have felt it, and that is something President Xi Jinping has tried to push past. And in his speech today, he has assured the people that going forward, there will be a hard work ethic. Yes, of course, struggle has been something that he's mentioned several times, but ultimately he sees China continuing on its path of progress. David Culver, CNN, Beijing.
Well, that's the news for this evening. We have the sports just ahead, right after we take a look at tonight's local weather forecast.
SVG-TV International News segment was sponsored in part by Caress Distribution Limited.
You like doing laundry, right? Nah, I didn't think so. The stains? Oh, nightmare. Thanks to the new Tropic Fresh laundry detergent, doing laundry is now hassle-free. Tropic Fresh removes dirt, cuts through stains, leaves your whites whiter, and your colors brighter. Tropic Fresh has antibacterial agents that kills germs present in your clothing. It's gentle on hands, and the smell? Longer, fresh fragrance. Available in original and lemon scents and in various sizes. Tropic Fresh laundry detergent. Agents and distributors, Caress Distribution Limited.
The weather report sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices. Then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
Taking a look at tonight's local weather forecast, the current conditions are partly cloudy. Winds are blowing east-northeast at 7 kilometers per hour. The temperature 28.5 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 74%. Barometric pressure 1015.5 millibars. 24-hour rainfall measured 2.8 millimeters. The maximum temperature today was 32 degrees Celsius, the minimum temperature 25. Sunset today was at 5:54 p.m. Sunrise tomorrow morning will be at 5:54 a.m. Tonight's forecast calls for conditions to be fair to occasionally cloudy and slightly hazy with isolated showers. Our high pressure ridge is the dominant feature over the island, according to the synopsis.
The weather report was sponsored in part by General Hardware, Budgemart Limited.
Bebin, the diaper made with the very best for the very best. Keeps up with them on the go. With a wetness indicator, Bebin keeps your child dry and happy. For quality and affordability, choose Bebin every time.
Bebin Premium.
A funeral is considered as the last goodbye. The memories are for you, the family and loved ones. Joseph da Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home sympathizes and understands the grieving process. They go the extra mile, offering counseling, private funeral, chapel service, night viewing and church service, along with other services expected at a professional funeral home. Visit the office at Mesopotamia. A warm, modern, and customer-friendly environment awaits you. Joseph da Silva Senior Memorial Funeral Home, offering affordability in time of need. We are here. We care.
Time now for some sports this evening. We hear that it had to take something extraordinary to end the Guyana Amazon Warriors' unbeaten run in this year's CPL, and it nearly arrived in the form of a belligerent Kieran Pollard half-century. But his 38 balls 71 and the Trinbago Knight Riders' 75 off the last 6 overs in the chase of 186 were not enough, as they fell short by 19 in the end. It extended the Amazon Warriors' stellar run to 8 straight wins and confirmed a top-of-the-table finish for them with 2 matches in hand. With Pollard hitting big mercilessly in front of a packed home crowd, the decisive over was the 19th, when the Knight Riders needed 38 from 12 balls, and it looked very much in the cards, with a wet ball difficult to grip for the bowlers. However, Kimo Paul kept his nerves, and even though he did not get all his Yorkers right, and Shoaib Malik dropped Pollard at long on, his stifling lines allowed only 9 from the over to leave the Knight Riders with 29 to get from 6 balls. Malik had kept the experienced Imran Tahir for the last over, and the leg spinner did his bit by conceding 2 singles on his first 3 balls to effectively seal the chase, topping it with Pollard's wicket on the 4th ball. Still in cricket, President of the Windward Islands Cricket Board of Control, the WICBC, Vincentian Dr. Kishore Shallow, told SVG-TV Sports that the Windward Islands Volcanoes have a new head coach in that of Jamaican Andrew Richardson, who is currently with the Jamaica Tallawahs.
Windward's cricket is, we believe on the way up. We have a new head coach. I think this is the very first time it's been announced that we have a new head coach, a Jamaican, Andrew Richardson. He is going to be in the position from the end of the CPL because he is currently with the Tallawahs. So he is expected to take up the post from around the 15th of October. His first assignment would be November, and when we have the original Super 50 tournament.
Dr. Shallow said that Windward's cricket is on its way up, noting that he hopes to see consistent and positive performances from the players, which include several Vincentians. Dr. Shallow hinted that the Volcanoes are looking to make a further addition to its coaching staff.
We have a group of young players who is fully energized, ready to play. Some Vincentians are there as well. Last week they had a series of practice games. We have our own Vincentian Desron Maloney, who had the most runs. He scored 130 something in one of the games, and then he had a half century and a 40 something in another of the matches. So he's in form. Kenneth Demba, Dylan Douglas, Ray Jordan, and these other guys, all Vincentians. They are there. Sunil Ambris is likely to be the captain of that team as well. I suspect that he might come into consideration for West Indies tour coming up as well. I am sure that he's hoping so. So maybe he might not be available for the Super 50, but he would be there. So we have a very good team. We are exploring the possibility of a former West Indian player to be with the team as well. I can't call the name just yet because it's not confirmed.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines has been selected to host at least 2 matches between the West Indies and Australia in July 2021. This was confirmed by Dr. Kishore Shallow, who is also Vice President of Cricket West Indies CWI. In his capacity of President of the SVG Cricket Association, he said he wrote to the Ministry of Tourism, Sports and Culture informing them of this development. He explained that part of putting together a 4-year plan is to give countries the time and opportunity to plan ahead for tours such as the Australia 2021 tour of the West Indies.
We're supposed to host international games, T20 games, West Indies versus Australia in July 2021. Those are great opportunities for St. Vincent. It is the first time that Cricket West Indies has produced a 4-year schedule for international fixtures, and it's really to give the countries, the associations, sufficient time to prepare, to market, and promote cricket. So I'm hoping, I'm quite optimistic that our Ministry of Sports, Ministry of Tourism, Sports and Culture would grab the opportunity and better put together some packages. It's July, I think the precise dates are July 11th and July 14th, which is the week after Carnival, I suspect. So it's an excellent package where persons could come and party and then stay on for cricket for more partying.
The evening sports will continue in a moment. Stay with us.
My sister's pharmacy is the one for you. Is the one for you. We have competitive prices for your prescriptions too. We have 10% off for seniors, children under 3. We're here for your convenience. Prescription services. Leave your prescriptions while you shop. And our professional pharmacists will help you out. Massey Stores Pharmacy, Massey Stores Pharmacy, where your health is your wealth.
Located at Massey Stores, Kingstown. Contact us at 453-9112.
Search for Life is back again. Your favorite game. Win house and land. SUV plus 50 grand. 50 and 25 grand. Second and third prize in your hand. Yeah. So play as much as you can. Monthly prices to be won. Set for life. A brand new house. Set for life. A brand new car. Set for life. $10 for a bet. Live your life with no regrets. Set for life. Did your day done set? Set for life. December 28th. Set for life. Check the lotto machine. Get set for 2019. Set for life. Live all of your dreams. Be a winner. Turn your own keys. Set for life.
We're celebrating 60 with the best, and bringing value home is priceless. Of course, you get the best of both the worlds. Save money and time. It's a vibes. We got prices on the low. We got it. Bring your fam to the store. We got brand name items for your whole comment. We got what you need and more. It's happening in the store. Shop at Courts.
Welcome back, and in more cricket news this evening, the Caribbean's top female cricketers will contest 2 invitational T10 matches on October 10th and 12th in Trinidad in the lead-up to the CPL 2019 final. Cricket West Indies, CWI, said in a statement, the exhibition features a collaboration between the government of Trinidad and Tobago, Cricket West Indies, which is a collaboration that is an attempt at paving the way for a sustainable women's league in the future. West Indies women will not play an international series until November 1st, when they take on visitors India for the first ODI in what will be an 8-match limited overs tour. And finally, this evening, West Indies have announced the fixture dates and venues for a 6-match white ball series against Ireland in January 2020, which will include 3 one-day internationals and 3 T20 games. It will be the first time Ireland and the West Indies have played in a full 3-match series in both ODIs and T20s, with matches to take place in Barbados, Grenada and St. Kitts. The Windies won 2 ODI meetings between the 2 sides in Ireland in May, played as part of an ODI Tri-Nation series, also involving Bangladesh. The upcoming tour of the Caribbean will start with 2 day-night ODIs on Tuesday the 7th and Thursday the 9th of January at Kensington Oval, Barbados, before concluding with a day game at the National Cricket Stadium in Grenada on Sunday, January 12th. Grenada then hosts the first T20 International on Wednesday, January 15th, before the teams fly to St. Kitts with back-to-back day-night games to conclude the series on Saturday, the 18th, and Sunday, January 19th. And that's how we conclude our sports for this evening. We'll be right back to wrap things up.
Every girl loves curves. Curves is a girl's closest friend. When life throws you a fast curve, count on Curves for ultra confidence, ultra comfort for that time of the month. Curves ultra thin with wings, Curves regular maxi with wings, and Curves overnight maxi with wings. Super absorbent, best quality and value for money. Every girl loves Curves.
Singer is a family store. We sell everything you need for your kitchen and more. Top brands and appliances,
TVs, fridges, cookers.
We make your life so easy.
Just come in and see us. A wide range of furniture.
Right here at Singer.
Affordable beds and mattresses.
Right here at Singer. Washing machines to make your laundry clean and fresh. Singer is a family store
that gives you the best hire purchase deals.
Right here at Singer.
We'll outfit your home.
Right here at Singer. The #1 family store.
It's us with Singer.
This hurricane tip is brought to you by CIBC First Caribbean. Make sure you have food, water, medicine, important documents, and cash in your survival kit.
We're celebrating 60 with the best, and bringing value home is priceless. Of course, you get the best of both worlds. Save money and time. It's a vibe. We got prices on the low. We got it. Bring your fam to the store. We got brand name items for your whole comment. We got what you need and more. It's happening in the store. Shop at Courts.
In a recap of the headlines for this evening, escaped prisoner Veron Primus back in custody. RSVG police force launches an investigation into the circumstances surrounding his escape. Bahamas government shifts position and will be taking action against illegal migrants affected by Hurricane Dorian. China displays a show of military strength at its 70th anniversary parade. And in sports, the Guyana Amazon Warriors survive a Pollard assault to stretch the winning streak and cement the top spot in the Hero CPL 2019. On behalf of all of us here at SVG-TV, thanks for viewing. I'm Khalil Kato. Don't forget, you can visit our Facebook page for a recap of the news and for daily headlines, and also tune in for SVG-TV's News in 15 at 12:45 p.m. on weekdays. Good night.
Listen, the big hardware stores have been ripping off Vincentians for years with their high prices. They came General Hardware with the lowest prices ever in SVG. Now, the big guys are scrambling to drop their prices, but they still can't beat the General. So don't let them fool you. General Hardware still has the best prices on lumber, plywood, and steel. And even with a sale, the General beats that too. So go on, compare prices, then come to General Hardware and save dollars every day. Because nobody beats the General. Nobody. General Hardware Supplies, located next to Yvette's Pork City in Arnesville. Call 453-9000.
Conquer the streets anytime that we do it. Struggle what we face, we have to go fight through it. Real are the real, never counterfeit. Any challenge you face, we are gonna conquer it. Conquer we love in everywhere. Unstoppable, potent energy. Conquer the world each and every day. Whether night or day, we say conquer. Conquer the energy. Conquer with the remedy. Roar like a lion. Conquer.
Potent adult energy.
We're celebrating 60 with the best, and bringing value home is priceless. Of course, you get the best of both the worlds. Save money and time. It's the vibes. We got prices on the low. We got it. Bring your fam to the store. We got brand name items for your whole comment. We got what you need and more. It's happening in the store. Shop at Courts.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Get the best in TV entertainment with 139 channels, 26 in HD, and HBO included. Plus get 80 local Flow landline minutes to enjoy on evenings and weekends. All for $225 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.